EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They give him a gain of 38. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I'm going to come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because
touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 30, past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring it down. But you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Round 6.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 35 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. 1st down, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. He's got daylight. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield looks to throw, and this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe... And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble. Leaving his hand.
This will be caught at about the 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. The touchdown pass, Mayfield to Landry, and the Browns have taken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On first down, Rodgers steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Browns 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got...
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get. Starting here, getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
23 yards, the final tally. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. He was covered by Denzel Ward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides, right? He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And again, it's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Browns.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rodgers on the move to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again to Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st down, it's Jones. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the Sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis taking it in. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A throw over the middle, taken in. He's at the 30, 10. again. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Rolling to his left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a desperation throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Take over first and
The Browns drive about to get started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touch. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Breeze now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
At the Saints' 28-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down to that 1st and goal. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He'll buy some time right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
18-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First.
Now Breeze lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it, able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, he gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
The first quarter with no score.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. 1st and goal from the 3.
Rodgers to throw once more. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously...
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. A gain of 5. Good enough for the 1st down. Breeze to throw again. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards. Again, it's Breeze. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go Breeze. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw, and this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, 39 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Now Breeze again. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think electron ball security is in order here?
Absolutely.
And it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
The
line.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is going to be Packer football. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Deontay Harris.
Woo, yeah!
And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
Saints 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad.
He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Williams. Capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Move it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out to his left. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now Brees on the bootleg. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
At the 24-yard
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Open man is Hill, he's got it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple.
Second and 8 at the Packers' 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Breeze. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On play action, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Breeze able to hook up with Jared Cook. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turn...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Going for it all. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up fourth. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. David Onyemata, and the Saints will have the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. Breeze gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down.
Rodgers looking to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again, Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Adams. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. from midfield. Here's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On play action, now Breeze. That one complete to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
One final try here for Breeze. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.